All right, Shalom, Shalom, Yasharala. It's your brother Yaradan with the Sutter Return located here in Chicago. And I want to start off by giving all praises, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at the great millstone. Shalom to the Akim scattered throughout the four corners, preaching his word in truth and sincerity, with discretion and with discernment. And last but not least, Shalom to the Akim Akwatium in the church too, man. That's tuning in. All right, so yeah, bear with me for one more second. Um, all right. Just had to make some adjustments. All right, Con. So without further ado, man, we're gonna jump straight into this lesson, man. All right. You can move a mountain with your mind, man. All right, flying the chariots. Okay. So let me share my screen. All right. So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 17 and verse 20. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, which verily means truly, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. All right, so that's a heavy statement, man. That's a heavy statement right there, man. You could, if you have just a little faith, man, just believe just a little bit, you could tell this great mountain to remove from out of this place and move yonder. All right, and nothing shall be impossible for you. All right, and now we know that this mountain that he's saying we can move mountains is parallels and similitudes. We could use it for governments, like the government of Mount Seir, Esau, Edom. All right, we're going to have faith and we're going to prophesy and we're going to tell them, like, hey, y'all ass got to move around. All right, the mountain of Esau got to move around. There's not going to be any remaining, man. So we know for a fact that if we say move that mountain, they're going to be removed out of the way, man. All right. So a mountain also can be paralleled along with a great task in your life, man. It could be anything. You could be going through something in a relationship or a job, and you might need the Most High to move that mountain to the side of your life. And he can do it, man. So we know, like, mountains going to governments and things of that sort in the scriptures, man. The nations and people, the mountain. Okay. So it says, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove. So it say, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. So, hey, mountains can also be referred to in the scriptures as chariots or so-called UFOs. All right, and I'm gonna get the instance right here, man. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 6, referring to Yahweh Shai. But I beheld, and lo, he, Yahweh Shai, had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. All right. So yeah, Yahweh Shai cracked that sky and during World War III, and he came down here on his father's ship that he handcrafted his own ship, man. They say he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. So yeah, man, to prove that this is a spaceship, a chariot. All right, I'm gonna finish reading, man. Verse 7, second edge of 13 and 7. But I would have seen a region or a place where out the hill was graven, but I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. Verse 10, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he had cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon the sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Yeah, so hey, the prophet Ezra telling you he's seen you how it shot create a great fathership. And he cracked that sky and came down here in the midst of World War III and started to smoke the nations, man. Matter of fact, I got a precept. All right, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 15. Thine almighty word, yeah, Yahweh Shah is the word of the Almighty, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. So it says, thine almighty word leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction. So when all hell is breaking loose down here and it's looking like Esau is about to obliterate everybody on the planet Earth, life and existence itself, Yahweh Shai gonna come down, man, and beam up his elect and burn, the other nations, man. These Edomites, the other nations of America, man, gonna be burned up. All right. But I read that to say and to show you that all right, Yahweh Shai is coming down here to smoke them on his chariot on that great mountain, man. All right. So if Yahweh Shai graved himself a great mountain, and he told us that we can move mountains with just faith, and we could tell a mountain to go from here to there just by faith, by saying it, and nothing shall be impossible unto you, then we have to retain that hope and that faith and keep those promises in our mind, man, and hold on to those. That's what the scriptures say, hold fast to that which you have already. All right, so if Yahweh Shai graved himself a mountain like that, man, how much more are we going to do? St. John chapter 14 and verse 12, and it reads, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. So yeah, man, Yahweh Shai said, hey, yeah, I graved my, it say what? It say, but I beheld, and lo, he graved himself, which means he carved himself or created himself a great mountain. So, hey, he also said, greater works, it say, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do. So, if Yahweh Shai graved himself a fathership, hey, he said, we're going to do greater works than that, man. So, hey, it's right there in your face. You got to believe that and hold on to that. Because we know that, hey, by Yahweh Shai was the world's frame. He created the worlds, the scenarios, the planets, the universe under the guidance and the blueprints of Yahweh. Yahweh Shai made everything. So he said, greater works that I did, the work that I did, greater works shall ye do. All right. So, hey, if he graved himself a great mountain and he telling me I can do greater works than he did, I'm led to believe that we're going to be able to create our own chariots, have our own personal chariots, man. Esau can go to the Kalat and pick out a Mustang and do your shit. You get it. But hey, we gonna create our own chariots, man. This is gonna damn near be however you want it. It's gonna be like a crib. You got an RV, and you got an RV. You got a little bathroom and a bedroom in the back, and the kitchen and a little dining area. Well, that's how the chariot's gonna be, because it's gonna take a long time to fly around the whole universe. All right, and see all things, man. Okay. So yeah, man. I'm gonna get an instance of the chariots in Ezekiel, man. We all know Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 1 on down. So I'm gonna just start right here at verse 4, man. Ezekiel 1 and 4. And I looked and behold a whirlwind, yeah, like a storm, like a tornado. All right. And I looked and behold a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, a fire enfolding itself. Yeah, sort of like Independence Day, man. When all the taxi cabs was crashing and the little boys was playing basketball, and that UFO spaceship came through the sky, and there was a fire enfolding in on itself. All right, that's where they get all these movies from, man. Like um, Independence Day, and so on and so forth, man. All right, so it say, and I looked and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof was the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. All right, so you got this orangish, reddish, amber colored, ship, spaceship that the chariots, the angels was on, man. And say, also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of four living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, which lets you know that the angels have the likeness of men. Because what the man tell John the Revelator when John the Revelator tried to bow down and worship the angel? He said, "No, man, don't worship me, worship the Father, because I'm your brother. I got the testimony of Yahweh Shai, which is the spirit of prophecy, but I'm just your brother." So, hey, in a way, we angels because we down here delivering the message, man. That's what an angel does. His angel is a messenger, a spirit, a flame and energy, man. And we are angels. We just bound in these chains of darkness, man. Held captive by this flesh, man. And we waiting for the Most High to give us incorruptible bodies, so that we could fly these chariots just like these angels, because flesh cannot inherit um you know that fourth dimension. You can't go to that fourth dimensional spirit realm in this flesh. Okay. So yeah, it say verse 6, and everyone had four faces, and everyone had four wings. All right, and it just goes on. What it say? Verse 7, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. So these were dark men. All right, so-called black men, because when brass is a derivative of brown. The color of brass is a derivative like a goldish brown. But if it's burnished, that means that it was burnt in the oven or in a furnace. It's burnt. It's charcoal. It's dark chocolate black. All right, brown, damn near black. So the angels in the chariots are black men, so-called black men. And verse 8 say, and they had the hands of a man, see, under their wings, and on their four sides, and they four had their faces in their wings. All right, so I'm gonna just jump down to the point, man, that I was looking for about us moving chariots with our minds, man. All right, it says, verse 12, and they went every one straight forward. Whither the spirit was to go, they went, and they turned, and when they went. So these angels were flying the chariots. The chariots just followed their mind. Whatever those angels, there's no cockpit, no steering wheel. You don't got to get the axle fixed underneath the steering wheel, lift the hood up to the chariot. You need power steering fluid to turn it. No, man, it ain't going to be no fluky carnal stuff like that, man. It's going to be spiritual, man. You see, whether the spirit was to go, they went, and they turned not when they went. Yeah, see, ain't no steering wheel. It say they turned not when they went. That mean they just like spiritually, glad through the air, man. All right, verse 13. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire. Yeah, so these were so-called black men, but they was glowing. They had that glow, man. What Chief Keef say, GBE, baby? Glow gang, baby. Hey, yeah, man, we gonna have that glory, man. like Yahweh Shai got that incorruptible body, man, like the angel. They say, as for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire and like the appearance of lamps. Yeah, because they was glowing, man. It went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning. Yeah, I'm led to believe that that's the same lightning in second Ezra that Yahweh Shai is going to strike at the nations' asses. All right, those nations are going to get their asses struck by lightning, man. Sextillion watts, unlimited watts of pure fire, man. Right here when they say and they all were mixed together. Second is 13:11, and they all were mixed together to blast the fire, the flame, and breath in the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight. So yeah, when Yahweh Shai come back, it's gonna be like War of the Worlds, man, with Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. They're gonna be smoking shit, man, zapping shit. You see right here, it say only dust and smell of smoke. So he's literally gonna be smoking shit when he come back. All right. And Ezekiel 1:14, and the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning, man. So yeah, man, I've seen chariots before. I have video footage on my Instagram and Facebook, and what else, man? On my YouTube, if you look on my YouTube, you can see chariots in my short videos, you know. But yeah, that's what they look like, man. I can remember seeing multiple different chariots. I saw them lighting up silver and red. What was that? Where was that at? Was that in Ezekiel 2? What did I read that at about the chariots, the men on the white and red horses who were traveling to and fro through the earth? I forgot where I read that at, man. Baba Kashah, Adawan Ratazah to come back to me. Where I read that instance at, man. I forgot, man. Slipped my mind. But anyway, nevertheless, man, I've seen so many different chariots, man. I saw the silver and green and blue ones. They were lighting up silver and green and blue. And, there's speculation. And we know Esau got drones out here. But I'm led to believe through the spirit. Esau, you can't just fake and trick me out talking about, these might be drones. One day, I was getting out the car with my red, man. We getting out the car, coming in the crib. And I'm walking to the door. She getting out the car. So, I stop, look back, make sure she Gucci, make it to the front porch, to the house safe. So, as I'm looking up, I see now, man, it's 11 at night, almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm looking up and I can see the sky. It was like an orange orb, or it was like an orange. Yeah, that's the best way I could put it. An orange orb of light in the sky above the clouds. And you can see it through the clouds. You know how in the summertime, when the sun be going down and the sky be turning purple and orange and pink and shit? Well, that's sort of what I kind of thought. But I'm like, it's 11 o'clock at night. I know the sun ain't just going down. It's been dark for hours. What is that light? So I yelled and told my lady, I'm like, look, baby, the chariot right there. And she like, I see it. And I tried to pull out my phone and record. And when I thought that silly thought, all right, it started to fade away and dim out and fade away into the darkness, man. All right, so yeah, because sometimes, man, it ain't for everybody else to see. It ain't always for you to record the chariots and put it on social media, on the internet for the world to see. Because they not gonna believe it anyway. I done had people tell me they drones and what they say, searchlights and all type of shit. But I done seen them flashes of lightning glad through the sky. I seen them move fast. I done seen them float right there. I done seen them levitate. All right. So yeah, man, we gotta have that faith and believe that the Most High ain't got us going through this walk for nothing, man. You ain't seeing chariots for nothing, man. All right, it's all in the effort to boost your faith, so that when the day and the hour of temptation comes, you won't bend, break, or fold, man. You gotta stand strong, man. Stand stiffly for the name of the Lord, so you can be commended, man. So you can get that crown, man. All right, you gotta work on that crown. So yeah, let me play this video footage, man. Let me play this video footage of T'Challa, man, from what's this movie called, man? The Black Panther. All right, T'Challa arrives in Wakanda, and as you can see, And I'm led to believe that this movie was subliminal. You know, they supposed to be Jake. They're supposed to be Jake in the New Jerusalem or whatnot. But you know, you got bald head African ham, bald head Hamite lady right here, flying the chariot with her thoughts. All right, she's sitting, so-called what, Indian style or something like that. And what, she throwing up blood or something like that. You know, when they be meditating, doing yoga and all that folly. But they get this directly from the scriptures, because I just read in Ezekiel that the chariot went wherever the spirits went. All right. So I'm gonna just play this a little bit. You know, as you can see the sun moving in the background, so the ship moving. But ain't no steering wheel. All right, there's not going to be any steering wheels in the New Jerusalem, man, and the chariots, man. You see, they got the Hamite lady, the bald head Hamite lady. You know what I'm saying? Out of control, flying the. That's not going to happen. It's not going to be no bald headed Hamite women flying chariots in the New Jerusalem. All right, but you know, I'm just showing this to show the her flying that chariot with nothing but her mind. You see, she's not steering. She ain't doing nothing but just looking, and the ship flying. So, hey, that's what we hoping for, man. Because, hey, Esau can only make it in the movies and hope to dream. Esau and the other nations. Because, yeah, if y'all ain't know it or not, all these people ham, man. Old girl, Viola Davis, she looked like Viola Davis. And that buddy who played T'Challa, who died, I think he was him. Buddy right here was him. You see the nappy BB shots, and then the other lady, this lady right here, we know for a fact this model lady is you know, supposed to be she's him. But you know, Jake be blending in. He might be a Jake. He just might be from over there. He just might be from over there, scattered with the other bulk of the Israelites that was left. And but she a ham. But like we don't know who her people in them is. We know, like, we could research it and find out, but you know what I'm saying, all that to say, ain't gonna be no Hamites flying no damn chariots in the New Jerusalem. All right, straight up. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna jump to Matthew chapter 21 and verse 18, man. And Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. So Yahushua got all power, and he our father. He our big brother, man. All right, he came in, he bringing us back, man. He the everlasting father, man. All right, because, hey, it wouldn't be no getting to know Yahweh if you ain't going to Yahushua. So we going to reverence and worship him as our father, man, as the only begotten son of the Most High, the first spirit ever created, man. You better get in line and get in order, man. Y'all better stop playing with Yahushua. You niggas gonna die talking about we ain't gotta worship Yahushua. You gonna die, man, straight up. Why? Because all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. So, hey, if Yahushua say greater works than these you shall do also, and he got all power in heaven and in earth, hey, we joint heirs with him, man. We joint heirs with Yahushua. So we gonna grave ourselves a great mountain too, man. I don't want to rather we a part of that number. St. John chapter 16 and verse 23. And in that day ye shall ask me, and in that day ye shall ask me nothing. Verily, verily, I say unto you, see, here we go again. Verily means truly. This is like the third or fourth time I done read truly, truly. So, hey, let's say, and in that day ye shall ask me nothing. Verily, verily, I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it you. So yeah, man, we asking the Father like straight up. On this time around this planet Earth, every brother ain't had no car. Some brothers can't drive, don't know how to drive. Some brothers disabled, can't drive. All right. Some people can't get no license. They're afraid to drive because Esau gonna kill them. Okay, driving without a license, get your head blew off. DWB, driving while black. So, hey, man, some brothers ain't had no car on this end, so they just be like, you know what? I'm not even gonna stress it out. I'm gonna hope, you know, you can hope for a car. God will bless you, it'll come, you know. Hopefully he'll bless you if you want to give it to you. But if you ain't had one this far, the world from the end, we ain't got even, I mean, I ain't gonna say no date calling, but I'm hoping we ain't got no more than 5, 6, 7, 10 years. I hope it ain't 10. Like Day, I hope it ain't 10. I pray it ain't 10. But hey, if you ain't drove yet, you might as well don't even ask the Most High for no car. Lord, bless me with a car to get back and forth to work. Look, man, it's time to start praying and asking the Father for your own spaceship, your own chariot, your own planet. All right? You ask the Most High to give you the spirit to do what needs to be done. Order your steps, lead and guide you to be the person that He needs you to be to get what He got for you. All right? Because, hey, you either going to get a blessing or a curse, man. And you got to be straight up 100% cool with whatever He give you, man, because be not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So we hoping that the Most High have mercy and grace and pardon our sins and iniquities and just bless us. All right. We hoping that our innumerable amounts of iniquities are going to be, cast into that sea of forgetfulness, man. So Yahweh Shai got all power, man, and we join heirs with Him. And He say, don't ask Him for nothing, man. He say, I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall ask the Father Yahweh in my name, He will give it you. So yeah, man, like the song say, in Christianity, it's already done, man. We already got our chariots, man. That's why the scriptures say, hold fast to that which you have, that no man take your crown. Roughly paraphrasing, man. All you got to do is keep pushing, man. Keep fighting, man. All right. Nobody ever told you the road was going to be easy, man, but you came too far to look back now. You got to keep pushing. Like the songwriter say, man. All right. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor dust nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break in nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So yeah, man, we stacking up. I made a song. I say spiritual riches. I fill up a sack. We stacking up and filling up spiritual riches, man. All right, we're not concerned about carnal blessings in this life, even though we are only human. We only human, and we can use things in this life. That's all fine, well, and dandy, man. But you have to be stable in your mind to know how to abide with, and to know how to go without, man. All right, you can't just be bugged out at when you fall into diverse temptations. You make haste to get up out that jam. Now you want to rob a nigga because you ain't got no car. You finna go car because hey, in Chicago the carjackings is up 95%, and the solve they only solving 5%. Niggas get jacked, they taking your car, you ain't getting that car back. It's over with, hang it up. But like, you don't want to, be irrational and do that, man. You want to store up spiritual riches in heaven. That's why I'm making this video, man. That's why I'm finna go out and do the count right now. Because we want to store up and stack up spiritual riches up in heaven, man. We want planets and we want thousands of wives and we want chariots, man, and we want servants and we want cattle, and all right, we want our own everything, man. We want the promises and the blessings that was promised to our forefathers, man. Because hey, we got the curses, then we sure got them curses 100%. So we want to pray for the blessings and hope for the blessings, man. All right, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth. Yeah, for all you flat earthers out there who think that the planet earth is flat. All right, it says, it is he, Yahweh, that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers. He stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. So yeah, the Most High Yahweh is sitting in that I believe he's in that fathership that Yahweh Shai is on, that great mountain that Yahweh Shai graved from Second Ezra that I just read. I believe that the Father and Yahweh Shai are on that, in that fathership, floating right directly above the circle of the earth. And they're invisible. They're in the fourth dimension. But when Stephen was being stoned in the book of Acts, they made themselves visible to him. I believe they was in that chariot, sitting above the circle of the earth, and Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai made themselves visible to Stephen in the fourth dimension in that fathership. All right. But it says that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain and spread of them out as a tent to dwell in. So, hey, man, the universe is ever expanding, man. It's a multiverse. All right. And it's not like a multiverse like you hear in the movies where like it's you on this planet and it's another you on this planet and another you over here doing crazy shit different ways, different yous with 8 arms. No, man, it's only one thing written, man, and that's what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai predestined to happen. It ain't no alternate universes with no other shit going on. You know what I'm saying? It's only one universe, one power, man. And that's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And he wrote out for what's going to happen. It's going to happen down here like it's happening. But yet they say he stretches out the heavens as a curtain, which means that the universe is ever expanding, man. He's always creating planets and gases exploding and, you know, things of that sort, man. And he's doing it. Why? Because Yahweh Shai say, in my father's house are many mansions. And he's going to prepare a place for us. So we not stacking up riches down here on earth. Get the bag, Kanye West, Jay-Z, Beyonce, get the bag down here. Ain't nothing wrong with, you know, money is a defense and answers all problems, but we not gonna live and die for the bag down here. We gonna live and die for the bag in heaven, for the spiritual bag. Because hey, the Most High is stretching out the heavens every day like a curtain and spreading them out as a tent to dwell in. So you got planets with this type of water and this type of animals and this type of atmosphere, and nobody can't, you know, you can't even imagine what the Most High got going on, man. But yeah, man, I believe that the Most High is in that fathership in that fourth dimension directly above the earth, watching what's going on. He's sending out the little chariots, the little angels, the smaller ships, and they, you know, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, man, beholding, you know, roughly paraphrasing what's going on down here, the wicked and the righteous. All right. So we got to store up spiritual riches in heaven and hope for that, man. We got to hope that we can be in the chariot, that we can be up there with the Father. And we can sit on that great fathership and look down on Revelation 15, stand upon a sea of glass. I stood and I saw, you know, a sea of glass mingle with fire. You know, 2 Peter chapter 19, 2 Peter Salaki chapter 1 and verse 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy. Yeah, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and rightly dividing the word, the spirit and truth, man, we have a sure word of prophecy. I know for a fact that brothers gonna have chariots, man. All right, because Yahweh Shai gave himself a great mountain, and he said, "Greater works that I did, you shall do. Greater work." He said, "The works I did, greater works shall you do." Roughly paraphrased. So we have a more sure word of prophecy. You probably have some people out there don't know what's going on. You know, Christians, they think we're gonna just disappear and we're gonna be floating up to heaven butt ass naked. All right, but the scriptures say we're gonna be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of the blink of an eye, man, from one corruptible body to a spiritual body glowed up with a new name. All right, verse 19, we have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed. Yeah, man, as a light that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of the Most High Yahweh spake as they were moved by the Holy Spirit. All right. So yeah, man, there's no misinterpreting the scriptures and just coming up with your own galactical shit and what you want it to mean and say. No, man, we're gonna go off the scriptures and, you know, through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai's spirit, him dealing with certain people to make them teachers. All right, we know that we have a more sure word of prophecy, man. And you know, we know in part, so we prophesy in part, man. And it's still 100% true. All right, why? Because Hebrews 11:1 say, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Yeah, we got 100% true. I can tell you right now, 100% that brothers are gonna be in them chariots, man, and we gonna move them with our minds, man, just like our brothers the angels doing, man. Can I see it? No, man. It's the evidence of things not seen. It's what I'm hoping for. I have faith, and I'm hoping for this. And we can't see it. I can't see it. But I've seen chariots before with my own eyes. So you got to believe, man. What the hell was I tell Down Thomas, man? You know, stick your fingers in my piercings and in my side, and you can believe. And he said, Yeah, you believe, so because you've seen, but blessed are those who have not seen and believe. So it's people out there who ain't seen no chariots like I've seen the chariots, but yet they believe. I don't even know if them was chariots or not, so they could have been drones, but I believe through faith that they was chariots, and I'm hoping that they get me and put me on one of them, man. That great cloud, call them up, man. So it's all through faith, man. If you a carnal person, you ain't gonna get this, man. This ain't for you. Move around. All right, Isaiah chapter 64 and verse 4. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither have the eye seen, O power, besides thee, what he have prepared for him that waited for him. Yeah, man. So we can't even conceive or even think about, you know what I'm saying, in our minds what it might be like, man. Because we're dealing with all power, man. We're dealing with Yahweh Bashem and Yahweh Shah, the creator, man, of the universe, all powers, man. Straight up. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna play this little bit of this movie, TV show, man, on Netflix. The little boy right here, the little baby Jake. You know, baby Jake, he calls himself the mind mover. He moves things with his mind, man. As you can see right here, say what? All powers. All right, what a coinky dink. See, Esau know these prophecies, man, because they spend trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars to cover up the truth because they figured out the truth. They know the truth, and they keeping it from us, man. All right, that's why they're doing such a great job at being a tree and blocking the light. The scriptures say, I've seen the wicked spread himself as a green bay tree. Yeah, Esau has spread himself as a green bay tree to block you from the light of Yahweh Shai, the truth of the scriptures. And they know that's what they put it in your face and just beat the shit out of you and call you a nigga every day and throw it in your face. And they're going to trick 2/3 of you niggas into dying and never ever getting this. These powers, man. You got the other movie, I ain't even click on this. I believe this Black Lightning. You know what I'm saying? The little girl from the Tyler Perry show. She on there, she bald head with the powers. You know, they study putting Eve on that bald head with these powers and shit, man. And the scriptures tell you it's a shame for a woman to have long hair. I mean, to be bald. You know what I'm saying? That's her covering. No, so like it says, it's a shame for a man to have long hair like a woman. So, you know, vice versa for the women, opposite. So why Esau studied putting Eve on these movies and TV shows, bald head with the powers and shit, man? What is he on? All right. And then here we have, let me play a little bit more of this. Yeah, you know, he manipulating the elements, man.
They can't breathe up there, they need water.
Yeah, you know, he's healing animals and what and so on and so forth. Now this is a movie. Now here goes something for real, man. And I don't know how true, how real this is, man. It says amazing girl with the talent to move things with her mind, man. And lo and behold, all right, she's an Israelite.
Whoa! Morgan, you seriously? Oh, stop! No, believe it. Okay, so Morgan, tell us how you should move bottles with your mind. Okay, so move this one. I'm wicked a little. Oh yeah, I saw it. Okay, do it one more time so the camera can see it good. Whoa! Morgan.
Yeah, man. So like I just read, man, in the book of Isaiah, man, it says Isaiah 64 and 4. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard nor perceived. So yeah, since the beginning of time. And you know that the Bible, it deals with prophecy. It calls out events before they happen. So Even though the Bible has 100% accuracy rate with prophecy, we still cannot imagine what it's going to be like, man. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard nor perceived by the ear, neither have the eye seen, O power, besides thee, what he have prepared for him that waited for him, man. Hey, so yeah, man, I hope that this lesson was edifying and straight to the point, man. You know what I'm saying? All you brothers and sisters got to do hold fast, hold on, man. You know, our day coming, our glow coming. We're going to be in our glory. We ain't going to be at the bottom of society. Niggas, black people, you know, in Chicago, they woman around folks now. We not just going to be that, man, no more, man. We're going to be Yasharala again, man, the princes of the power. We going to manipulate the elements, man. All right, and we going to move mountains, man. All right, and the first mountain we going to get out the way is you Edomites, man. You so-called white people. The wicked, man. Adawam, like the color of this curtain behind it, man. So, yeah, man. Adawam Ratazah, this lesson was edifying and to the point, man. Baba Kasha, until next time, I'm going to be a job with Shalom, man. Yahabashim, Habashah, Barakathon.